you need to take that seriously. And I think that's a red flag. We don't. Well, this is important. Well, I can give a little bit more. I can go a little bit longer.
What word of encouragement would you give seminarians about boundaries and balance in life and ministry?
The key word in the question is balance.
Yeah.
It's not a status that we arrive at. Walking requires us to lose balance and regain balance.
Yeah.
Ministry is a journey, so it means movement, which means you have to be unbalanced and then you regain balance. And balance is always between opposites. So there's, what we're talking about, self. There's a balance we have to strike between self and others. Mm-hmm. There's a balance we have to strike between our inner world and our outer world, between our spiritual life and our psychological life and our physical life.
The needs of our family and the needs of the congregation.
It's a constant balance. Mm-hmm. And we don't, I've got it worked out now. No. Mm-hmm. And so staying balanced, and that means you have to tend to both sides of that. And that means you have to be really self-aware.
You do.
You got to know when you're unbalanced, or you got to know when you're tipping this way or tipping that way. And I would say you sometimes need help doing that. I don't know any of us can do it all on our own. We need feedback from our spouses that say, you've been really grumpy. You know, what's going on?
It's your turn around here.
Yeah. Or, you know, our kids that say, Daddy, what's wrong? Or our parishioners that say, you know, that sermon last Sunday just, who's honest with you about it. And rather than feel that as criticism, feel that as people saying, and you need to take it and look at it in terms of your own needs and say, yeah, maybe I am pushing a little hard. Maybe I do need a little time off. Maybe I'm not feeling very well. And I need to be aware. And if I got something chronic, I need to let people know that I got this chronic thing I'm dealing with, and there may be days when I'm not doing very well, and pray for me. And then you don't feel like I've got to be perfect all the time, and I can't be sick, and I can't be grumpy, and I can't be, you know, we're human. And we're not superhuman, and shepherds are not. Shepherds are animals just like sheep. They're just animals that walk on two legs and have a different perspective.
Gosh, Dr. Potts, I've got to say that this is a really interesting conversation for me as somebody who's serving a church right now. He's got 3 kids at home. I had really never thought of the pressures of the job being so related to the fact that we have a relational job.
Yeah.
I've never thought of it like that. The relationships of the congregation, my relationship with the church,
That's right.
and my relationships with the family. I've never thought of it in terms of relational.
That's why I say it's all, for a pastoral counselor, we all say it's all about relationship.
I get it. I hear that loud and clear. And you're absolutely right. I also get the point of you have to listen to how your relationships are doing.
Yes.
And also which one gets priority. And you know, those are choices.
That's right.
This one does not get priority this week. These don't.
A lot of that is an internal thing. I always say, you know, listen to that still small voice inside, and give yourself permission to listen to it, or time to listen to it,
Yeah.
and hear it, and it'll give you a nudge. And but we tend to want to listen to all the cacophony of voices outside ourselves.
But
The
I think
bishop
you're
wants
right,
me to do
that's
this,
the
and
voice
this
of
wants me to
God.
do that, and my PPR committee wants me to do this, and we listen to those voices, and we need to. But if you can't, you can't. And God's saying, take care of yourself.
Yeah.
I love you too.
Yeah. I hope this is a conversation that leads to learning for people who are entering into this
I do too.
field, because it's a tricky path to navigate.
It is.
Because part of the relationship that matters the most is our relationship with God.
Absolutely.
And it's at stake too. So.
I think the issue for theological education is not information, although there's a lot how to interpret the scriptures, but pastoral formation.
Yeah.
The seminaries need to be sending people out who have an understanding of what it means to be a pastor,
That's
with
that
the
identity.
skills that are necessary to function in the role of pastor.
Yeah.
And so you guys having a class like this is near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
And I think you have to address that from the beginning. You don't do that after 3 years of seminary.
Yeah. So thank you so much
You're
for
welcome.
your time.
Absolutely.
We appreciate
Thank you very much
that.
for having me. I appreciate being a part of it. Good luck to all the people out there that are starting their new journey.
I feel the same way. Good luck to you all.